Hey y'all,
I'm no expert yet,
how
but
y'all
I'm on my way.
how y'all doing? Well, we didn't get you free expertise. We just want you to, I mean, per se, like as your expert, but we got because you at least know more than us.
Indeed.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Right.
saying you
Like,
know more than
whoa.
us.
Well, dang.
It wasn't a shade. It was just like did you
No, I
wasn't.
know. I
Yeah,
accept it. I'll allow
yeah.
it. Hi,
So
guys.
how y'all doing? Welcome to Maximize Monday. We are
Maximize
back.
Monday.
We weren't off
Hi.
last week. we had a we taped something ahead of time and played it for y'all.
Mm.
So glad you all can join us this afternoon for Maximize Mondays as we continue on some good topics. Please, if you can, we're going to take your questions. Of course, I'm Pastor Nick and Maya. And then y'all know Sister Desiree,
Hello. Hey, everybody.
Yay.
Sister
My
Archer,
cousin.
Archie. You.
Archie, sorry. Archie, Archer, whatever your
You know,
name is.
you say that all the time, too. Like you say
He really
Archer.
does.
Yeah.
I do? Archie. It's Archee.
IE, like the Archie
IE.
comics.
Archie. Oh, that's your last name's Archie, like Archie Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
that'll help you this time.
No, I'll probably forget again.
I'm still gonna be Archer. It's fine.
Probably. No, I'm
Gotta
probably gonna
own
forget
it.
again. Let's call you Desiree. Just leave it there.
Or yeah, just that's it.
So y'all
Hey,
come on and
Keisha.
share again. Hey Keisha, Sid, what's up? We are back for another live episode of Maximize Monday as we continue to talk about some good pressing topics, and we hope that you enjoy each and every one. And of course, we're going to continue on this health topic after I just got done eating some French fries.
It's perfect timing for Des to be
Life
here.
is about balance, you know. It's about
Yeah,
balance.
it is. You know, I'm choosing to go meatless some days.
Okay.
So the days where I go meatless, I kind of cheat on it with some French fries or something like that.
So you're canceling out your meat to have French fries?
Yes. Yeah,
you might as well have your your burger too. Like,
I know. No, but the burger's worse. The burger's
it's
worse.
still grease and processed. You might as well. If you're gonna have a cheat day, have a cheat day.
Well, no, it's not a cheat. It's not a cheat. It's just a difference in the bad stuff I put in my system. Because
If you're gonna
meat does take long. Especially beef takes longer to digest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was reading something where your body only needs a certain amount of protein, and any more starts to store it as fat, which is why after you eat like a big steak, you're so tired, you know. So it's justification. And it wasn't that many French fries, but
Sure.
Sure. Look, we trying to make this work. Help me out here. Try to make this work.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna do like a meatless Monday or whatever, like make that meatless Monday your day that you do right. You know, like you eat well for the entire day. But if you're gonna have a cheat day, have that a separate cheat day than your meatless Monday. You have your French fries and your whatever's that, you know. Don't try to like counteract your like steak with French fries. Like that just.
Well, I wasn't going to eat the French fries, but my kids had extra left over for lunch, and I saw them, and I said,
don't blame
Listen,
the
I'm
kids.
not judging.
I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying they were here, and they were right in front of my face. I was like,
Did they leave them or did you take some? Because parents like to steal fries.
I either take or leave. They don't care about my plate.
Oh no, I used to disrespect my dad all the time.
About my plate, not one bit.
My dad would have a full plate of food in the fridge, and I would ask my mom, like, "Is this yours?" Be like, "No, it's your father's." Oh, okay, I mean,
that makes it okay, right?
That makes it fine.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if that's just a girl dad, that like a girl thing.
It might be.
Because yeah, I don't know.
You probably
good
still
luck,
do
huh?
You probably still do it too.
No, I respect him a little more now. I ask him.
You know what that is? That's daughters.
That's what I'm saying.
Do.
I think it's just
we can get away better with it with dad than we can do mom, because my mom would be a fight.
Right.
No, you didn't eat my last cheeseburger. Like, it's done. But with dad, it's like, okay, baby, that's fine.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
I'll get
Sure.
another one.
The problem is y'all just have the assumption. Like, oh, he'll just get over it. So it's like it's almost like you don't care about his feelings. It's like,
No,
he'll get over it. He'll get over it, right? That's a thought. He'll get over it. You don't care about his feelings.
No.
But listen,
Of
watch when
course.
Liv does it to you. You're gonna be like, all right, it's fine. Watch.
No, that's why I buy more than one.
Yeah.
Well, see, there you go. You're prepared for it already.
Yeah, look, I've been around women all my life. I'm prepared for it. I buy extra, so I don't have to give you none of mine.
You're just thinking, hey, okay.
That's how you do it. So we're here talking about health, as you can see, and Desiree's chastising us about.
Not us, you.
Hey, us. She's chastising us.
Oh no, I'm not chastising anybody.
About our eating habits. No, I'm not going vegetarian. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do it. I don't think so. Are you a pescatarian, Des?
No, I used to be a vegan, but I'm not anymore.
Why?
That's the thing, because I don't need to do it for my body.
Okay.
Like, because everybody, the thing is, a lot of diets are trendy, and it's like you do what's best for your body and for your health. So if you have something going on in your body, or you have like a high cholesterol or something like that, it might be beneficial for you to become a vegan or vegetarian for a while, but I don't need to for my body, like I eat what I want, but I eat in moderation, and I supplement where I need to. I'm not having like a full steak every night, or like fried chicken twice you know what I mean? But I eat well, Most of my diet does consist of like fish and stuff, but I will have meat, I will have goat, or something like that. Yeah.
I think that's a good point, though, because I feel like it's easy to get onto a fad diet. You're doing it because everyone else does, and it works for them, but people aren't necessarily taking the time to do research and to see what is best for me and my body and what's going to make it be at its healthiest.
Exactly. Yeah, because you have a lot of. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because you have people who are like, I'm vegan, and all they do is eat pasta and French fries all day, and it's like, okay, like
it defeats the purpose.
Yeah, you're vegan, but you're still not healthy. It's all of like, health should be the goal, not like putting yourself into this box of a diet or a lifestyle. It should be like, what is working for your body? What do you, and you shouldn't limit yourself, because a lot of people, you can go vegan or vegetarian and you hate it because you're like, oh, I can't eat anything. Or you eat like, the substitute cheeses or meats and things like that. That's absolutely an option. But if you are doing it and it's not for a health cause or for a humane cause, like you're doing it for the animals and things like that, and you're just doing it just because it's a fad, like, eat your chicken nuggets. Like, stop. You know what I mean? Like don't limit yourself because you're trying to be seen or trying to be like everyone else, or want to put like #vegan in your bio. Like, do it because it feels good for you, and if that's what you feel you need to do for your body, not necessarily because it is what looks good.
I remember.
And I think too.
Sorry.
No, you go. I was gonna say that. I think sometimes when you don't know, like, I know I've experienced where people have asked me, like, how have you lost weight? And I'm always hesitant to tell that because, just because it worked for me doesn't mean that it will work for you.
Right.
And, I could be telling you something that is completely the wrong thing, is what you don't need to do, right? So, no, I definitely think it's really important that people look into what the best case is going to be for them, like, and different options to take too.
I remember when What the Health came out, and everybody was vegan for like 2 months, and they were and I think the problem I had was like a lot of people were doing it, and then they got real self-righteous.
Don't start talking about that.
And I mean, they were literally, anybody was eating meat or anything, they were like online, like, you're out, not when you watch this, you want to stop, and that like, and then I'm like, and then like months later, I'm like, well, what happened? Oh, well, but it's funny how I think Moses said it last week. a lot of vegans, like you said, they still eat trash food. They're just eating vegan junk food. Mm-hmm. It's like somebody was telling me that Oreos are vegan.
Yeah.
But again, you eat a whole bag of Oreos, all the sugar it kind of defeats the purpose.
Right.
I think going back to cooking your own food so you know what's in there.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I think the convenience of being able to get what you want has messed us up. Mm-hmm. Where you've seen people are healthier when they were cooking their own food back in the day compared to now.
Absolutely. I think that, like, going back to what you said about with the health, like that absolutely was it was part of the kickoff to everyone, like, going into this full health craze thing, you know? Like, I used to work at a health food store, and I can't tell you how many people would come in, you know, and ask, like, for a super pill that would make them, you know, skinny or thick or, you know, more energy or you know what I mean? Like, all these different things. And I'll always ask the same question. Well, what's on your plate? What are you eating?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I eat like garbage. Oh, water tastes nasty. Oh, you know what I mean? It's always these things that you don't want to do. Yeah. And it's like, it all starts with your plate. It starts with what you're putting in your body. If you don't know your body, then I can't help you. A doctor can't help you. You live in your body 24/7, every day, all the time. Mm. It is up to you to take responsibility for your body. And a lot of people don't want to do that and don't want to hear that. And like you said, with cooking, it's easy to find a quick meal, even if it is a healthier meal. Like, you know, if you don't know what's actually in it, you don't know what your body needs, how your body's going to feel on it. Like, you know, some people have gluten intolerance, but they don't even know it. Yeah, but you know it, but some people don't even know it. So you'll have gluten in your system and you keep eating gluten. You're like, oh, I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't know why this. It's like, check. Do little tests with yourself. Like, oh, I eat this thing and I feel this way. Let me try, you know, let me not eat this thing for a week and see how I feel. And then go back to it and then eat it again. It's like, oh, that was the thing triggering my, you know, my exhaustion. So it's like, we don't take the time to really check in on what our bodies need and how our bodies feel. You know, we expect a super pill, or we expect a doctor, or, even a holistic, you know, nutritionist, or somebody to come in and do it for us, when we have to do that groundwork for ourselves and then add that supplemental element onto it. But that groundwork, a lot of folks don't want to do.
Absolutely. They say your body's always talking to you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Always talking to you. And if you listen to it, like, there's certain things I know I just can't eat because how I feel. I don't have to go to a doctor. My body's like, bruh, stop.
Yep.
And the other thing,
you can tell on your face too.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And the other thing about the quick fixes, we got so caught up in I'm trying to be shady here, the flat tummy teas and this quick thing, this gummy, this. I'm not against, you know, supplements and stuff like that, but too much of anything isn't good for you. And searching for a quick fix is usually not healthy.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why people yo-yo and keep going back and forth in their weight, because they're looking for these quick fixes and not, as Moses, we talked about last week, a lifestyle type thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, like intermittent fasting does not work for me. Mm-hmm. I don't have the discipline to eat right for 8 hours and then eat nothing for the other time, however time it is. I tried it and it just does not work for me. I'm better with the 6 small meals and I lose weight like that. Mm-hmm.
But that's also your body, your metabolism. Like, and I think that we get lost in this, this one size fit all type of thing. Like, okay, that didn't work for you, and that is fine. You found what did work for you. You know, I don't think that we don't give ourselves enough grace when it comes to, like, how our bodies interact and how our bodies process food and the different metabolisms that we have, you know? So I think that we should give ourselves more grace with our bodies. And really, like you said, listen to it, because we, like, your face will tell you what's going on. Your skin will tell you what's going on. It's going to sound gross, but your bowel movements will tell you absolutely what's going on in your body. I don't know if you ever, like, get up and look, because you absolutely should, to see,
it tells you.
Yeah, you can, you know, like, different forms, different, you know, even it's going to be gross, but like different forms, different smells, different shapes, different colors, like can tell you what's going on in your body from your stool, from, you have to really listen and check in and see what's going on before you and then get an opinion of a professional to go like, hey, I noticed this thing was a little off in my body, or I noticed that I'm having, pimples along my chin. What does that mean? Oh, my kidneys, I need to drink more water, or I need to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like your body will let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I know my body was going through a lot of stuff, and I was going to doctors and then I went to a holistic doctor. Mm-hmm. And she just did this stuff, and she's like, "You're allergic to this, this, and this. Stop eating these foods." And that's when I found out I was gluten free and some other stuff. And I was like, "Well, geez, like I didn't put 2 and 2 together."
Yeah.
That it was, those things. But I think that the older whenever you get to that part where you're young, you can eat anything, and then you get like 30, and all of a sudden your body's like, nah.
I haven't experienced that yet.
I know you. Well, probably because you eat good generally versus you. If
well,
you
I'm
ate
not
like
30 yet either.
That's true. Yeah. But it starts making an adjustment. That's why people find they got dairy issues in their 30s, or you're allergic to out of nowhere. You're allergic to seafood. I can't eat seafood anymore. So it just popped up out of nowhere.
It could have been something that was already just like dormant that just didn't flare up until,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You never know.
Yeah.
Because in stress, people don't think about this too. Stress also adds to the inability to lose weight, esophagus issues,
thyroid
issues, and all those things. So managing your stress well.
Yeah.
And we talked about last week, what you eat, your gut health, your gut bacteria affects your mental health too.
Oh, absolutely.
And people don't consider that.
Your gut is your second brain.
Yeah.
All of this.
I like that.
Yeah, like because it is like all of the connections that happen in your gut, all of the signals that come out, the hormones that are in there. Like if your gut is out of whack, your entire body can like just be fully disrupted. You know, that's why like those are the two main things, the two main center points of the body that you want to make sure that you have in check. You want to make sure your brain's in check. You want to make sure your gut's in check. And that's with, probiotics, prebiotics, taking like fermented foods, things like that are going to support that gut health.
Fermented foods?
Yeah. So like sauerkraut, pickles, things like that, those things help with just cultivating a healthy gut, because that really it. Yeah.
So just
taking enzymes.
Okay. Just go to the store, grab a pickle from the jar, and they still do that.
Wait, like out of the store?
Yeah, like go to the store and get a pickle out of the jar.
Oh, you talking about like a bodega?
You said a pickle. You grab a pickle. Yeah. Like you just grab a pickle out of the jar, like with soaked in the juice, like that kind. Okay.
Yep, pickles, sauerkraut, kimchi, those types of foods, like those type of bittery types of foods. Those things help. But also, like I said, enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, kombuchas, those things help with gut health.
Okay, what?
Kombucha.
What is that?
It's a drink. So it's like, it's typically made with sometimes it's made with apple cider vinegar. It depends. But it's basically a probiotic based type of drink. Okay. And it has a bunch of live cultures in it. And cultures are what actually go into the system and go into your gut, and help like either feed those good bacteria or help to develop more. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure you add those into your diet to help you. Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference between a prebiotic and a probiotic? I take a probiotic, but I've never heard of a prebiotic. What is
a prebiotic, it feeds the good bacteria, and a probiotic helps develop the good bacteria, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I could be flopping them. I think I'm right. If I'm wrong, someone in the comments let me know, but I'm pretty sure like the prebiotic is the food for the bacteria, and the probiotic helps develop and like cultivate and keep them happy, basically.
So we should be taking both.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Like everybody doesn't need to take everything, you know. Right. That's why you have to see what works for your body, you know. Like when I was working in the health food store, people would come in and like, oh, they come in with a list. Like I need to do this, and this. And it's like, okay, well, what is your end goal? Like you could cut out half of these things. I just, you know what I mean? You don't need all of this, you know, because you also have to be careful of like health is also a money grab as well too. Like the supplement community and everything. Like we talk. Ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble.
You don't work there no more. It's fine. Talk.
No, I mean like not even just that place, but just in general. Like we talk about like big pharma and things like that, but like the supplement industry is also like a lot of those things you can find on your plate. You know what I mean? And they'll actually work better for your body, and your body's able to digest them more if they come from the foods that you eat instead of a supplement. So like for example, vitamin C is ascorbic acid in a pill form, but if you actually just had an orange, that would process in your body better than just taking a pill. Like if you actually just eat the foods that have these minerals and vitamins in them, your body will process them and it will work so much better.
Mm-hmm. I was reading that because I'll be 40 this year, so I was reading about how testosterone lowers in a man at 30, and then on up it gets lower and lower. Mm-hmm. So a couple of them were like, oh, you could take these different things or eat this whatever, and I think it was WebMD or one of them, or was it either Harvard or one of them, saying, look, all the testosterone stuff that you really need, you can get from food, sunlight, exercise. Mm-hmm. Kind of like you don't need all those kind of what you're saying, you don't need all those testosterone shots, and if you just eat more stuff with zinc in it, and
I was gonna say, you think about it like when you guys talk about, like when you and Bishop talk about what God says, that things are simple but we make things complicated, like the instruction is simple, it literally is the same kind of thing. If we all hear drink water, eat well, exercise, and you'll be healthy, right? Mm-hmm. But we complicated by like, oh, we need to add this supplement or get this shot or get this surgery or whatever. And it's like, no, you stick to those three. Your body's going to be exactly where it's supposed to be. It's going to work the way it's been designed to work if you're consistent with those three things. But we get thrown off for whatever reason, just life in general, Mm-hmm. But it's easy to come back. You just have to be consistent, and you have to be determined to do it, because if you're, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that water's nasty, or that, if I drink water.
It is nasty though.
Oh, you too, Maya.
But I'm with you, Des. I'm with you.
Water, and I think
that's the problem. But no, I think that is the problem, because we have to be consistent, and we're not going to get quick results, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for something like Ava just said in the comments, we try to substitute for something easier.
Yeah.
And it's probably more expensive to do it.
Water,
your Saratoga water.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I forgot what I was saying. We try to look for something that is easier and faster, but it's probably ends up in the long run being more expensive and least effective.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, like you get somewhere quick, you're gonna leave quick. Yeah. Like
you're gonna gain it back fast.
Yeah, you try to get fast results. Like you can't sustain that. It needs to be sustainable. Everything that you do, even when it comes to your plate, that has to be sustainable. Which is why I like what you said. You know that you need a certain amount of meals a day. That's something you need for your body. I can do, 2 meals a day and sustain. Or, you know what I mean? You have to figure out what, I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying that.
You got to ask.
Yeah, no, right. I'm just saying, like, you have to figure out what works for your body. And through doing that is experimenting and learning and doing your homework for yourself. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people also get lazy with not doing their own homework. And it's actually absolutely necessary to ask for help and to, look out, to get resources and to seek out help. Mm-hmm. But you want to make sure you're doing your homework as well so that you know what needs to go in your body, what you might want to try out for your body, like I have a friend who started doing ginkgo, and that's for like brain health, focus, and things like that. And he started to do that because he felt like he needed to have a little more drive, a little more go in his, throughout his workday. But then he noticed that it started to have an opposite effect, and he would be too tired sometimes. So it's like finding that level ground of what works for you, So
I think I like, because you're talking more about health and size, because I know some people who they eat, they look very fit, but the way they eat, they almost like starve themselves so much. Where I'm like, you look good on the outside, but you're not getting enough nutrients to really provide for your body. Like your insides are probably all jacked up. Like you can't live off of, a cup of rice and some broccoli once a day and think you're going to be healthy on the inside.
Well, I think that that's a misconception to begin with. Like, and our society values size and values like image more than health. So you can see somebody my size and go, oh, that's the healthy person. And you can see someone, I don't know. I'm trying to think
someone
of
who you
a bigger
stereotypically wouldn't
woman.
be. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a celebrity, but I can't even think of anybody. You'd think of a bigger bodied woman and go like, oh, she's unhealthy. Not necessarily. That's not how that works, because she can be like she can eat well, like do what she has to do, drink water every day, but it's how her body is structured. We were all like structured differently. Like there's no one size fit all when it comes to health. Your body is your body. Are you healthy on the inside or not? Because I could be chugging Mountain Dew every day. You wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I think we need to take image out of health. Like there's a yogi, Jasmine. I forget her last name, but she's a bigger bodied woman. And her tagline is like yoga for everybody, and our society would look at her and go, oh, that's not a yogi because of how her body is built, how her body is structured. But no, sis can do a full handstand. She can do
she can. I've seen it in person. Like,
but like, let me tell you, she can do things I'm not even able to do yet.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I'll let you know who she is. Okay. I forget her name, but like you compare the two and you go, oh, that person is this and this person is that. It's like, no, you can't base people like off of what they look like. It's the internal part, and that goes for health and spirit and everything.
There were some entertainers that they were talking about. I mean, when they perform, they're like nonstop sweating, running around for a whole hour, and people like, they may not be your quote unquote like small person, but they got more energy than most folk who are like. It goes back to your point of like, and I was watching some show where the lady was like, she had to be like a size 4 or a size 6, but her cholesterol was through the roof because all she ate was chips all day, drank soda. But her outside, she was small, and her doctor was like, yo, you're killing yourself by eating just junk food all day long.
Right.
But again, because we had a question though too. I don't know if you ever heard this. Have you ever heard of hair analysis to see what types of food you should eat? You ever heard of that?
Worth trying. I haven't heard of that. No. Okay. But that makes sense because like your hair is made of protein, so it does make sense if like you're protein deficient or something like that, or you need more iron. I haven't heard of it, but it does make sense. So like that would be a type of analysis that someone might do.
Yoga's for Christians. Yoga's not like a whole. You're not in.
Question is yoga for Christians. Oh, okay.
You're not. It's a form of workout, right? I mean,
I love this question.
Good, since you do yoga.
You have to be cautious, number one, of who you're practicing under, because yoga is a exercise. It is a practice. In its original form, it started off as a spiritual practice, right? It is now a physical practice. But you still have elements of spirituality and things like that. But you want to be careful of who you're practicing under. So for me, I know everything I'm doing is under Christ, is under God. I'm not practicing under any crystals or spirits or anything like that. There are people who do. But yoga in and of itself as just a workout base is, you can absolutely do it as a Christian. Like there are no like main deities tied to it or anything like that. But yeah, please practice yoga. You can absolutely do it. Yeah, just be careful and be cautious of who you are under. And that's for anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I never noticed this until this year. Somebody posted this, and I never thought about it. I read right past it. People love doing the Daniel's fast to lose weight, the Daniel fast to lose weight. But when you read Daniel chapter 1, the Bible says that when they did the Daniel fast, they actually looked more plump and healthier than the other people.
Mm-hmm.
They most likely didn't lose weight on the fast at all.
He was doing it to prove a point.
To prove a point.
Yeah.
like now we do, I'm a Daniel fast so I can lose some weight, but the scripture said they looked more plump and healthier. So they were eating right, and it showed on their countenance rather than eating all the fatty foods from the king. So, you know, eating healthy for your body, how can I say this, can be helpful. But again, is your overall premise about your health or just the way you look? Now, I'm not saying the way you look is a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. You just, you know, come out raw out the bed, come out the house like you just raw out the bed. I ain't talking about that. you know, work it out. But but the overall health, and I like this, is what we're really getting to.
Yeah.
Is the healthy part of it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it should be about, and it should have been about from the jump. But you know, the money machine has to do what it has to do. So they found a way to capitalize off of our health, you know.
Yeah.
So
what the health was all about money. The vegan industry poured all this money into that documentary. It went out and all these people became vegan for like 2 weeks. But they didn't see the money behind it. And again, I remember when I keep saying it, when veganism started, I'm not against veganism.
Yeah.
But I think the processed vegan food that everybody thought was healthy was giving them stomach cancer and all these other things, all the soy, all of the genetically modified. I don't want to eat genetically modified meat. I'm sorry. You
want to know why I'm not a vegan? Because I would look at the back, because I always read ingredients. And if I looked at I'm not going to say any names because I'm not trying to have a lawsuit, but if I look at a burger and it has all like a list of like 25 different things, then I look at the back of a turkey burger and it's like turkey, garlic powder, onion powder, salt. I'm going to go with the one that, you know, so, and that's just me and my body. But they're absolutely, and no doubt, I'll still go to a vegan restaurant. I'm not bashing vegans at all. I love vegan cuisine. But for me, I know what I want to do for my body.
There are healthy vegan and bad vegan food. Just like there's good food, bad regular food, right?
You froze. I don't know if that was on me or.
That's on you. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said there's good vegan food, bad vegan food. Just like
there's good, good conventional food and good, unconventional food.
Because you're right. Yeah. You look at certain labels and it's like all this stuff down there, and you're like, how is something made in the lab going to be good for you versus something that's come straight from the earth?
Yeah, yeah. So. The one thing I will be a stickler on, and it's not even like it's not like vegan or pescatarian, anything of that. It's generally like whether or not it's organic or not. That's usually where I'm at.
Yep.
Especially like with the Dirty Dozen and stuff like that, like peppers and,
Okay, what is the Dirty Dozen?
So it's a list of vegetables and fruit that are the most, like, have the most pesticides on them. So I forget all of them.
I'm gonna look it up now while you're talking.
Yeah, so I know that it's like bell peppers, strawberries. It's like I always have the list on my phone, so when I go shopping, I can check it out. But I generally eat like organic produce anyway. But like things like that. Are you looking? You must have found
it's like mine.
Yeah, right.
So if I'm on the right site, they're saying strawberries.
Yeah.
Spinach.
Yep. There it is.
Kale, collards, mustard greens, nectarines, apples, grapes, cherries, peaches, pears, bell and hot pepper, celery, tomatoes. What the heck can we eat? I'm like,
no, wait, you can't eat those?
No, you can eat them. Those are just, you want to make sure you're clean. If you're having conventional and not organic, you want to clean your produce anyway.
So
but
non-organic.
You want to make sure, you want to clean your produce regardless of if it's organic or non-organic anyway. But if it is conventional, you want to make sure you are cleaning, super cleaning, like, you know, maybe using some produce spray, maybe doing a salt bath for them, because you want to make sure you get as much of that pesticide off as possible, because that's what they usually use with non-conventional, with conventional growing products. It's either GMO or they're spraying it, dousing it with pesticides. So, and that's why a lot of organic fruits and vegetables are like ugly, because, or they're like, you know, they'll be shades off. Like we've had, like in my old job, we've had people come in like, oh, this tomato looks different than this tomato. It's like, because it's organic and you can't grow anything exactly the same unless it's grown conventionally, you know? So, but with those things, especially, you want to make sure you are just cleaning them super well, you know?
I'm scared to eat.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to eat.
No, I'm going to still eat, but
you know. So that's one way to lose weight.
No, you absolutely want to eat. You don't want to be fearful of food. Food is the source, honestly. It all starts in the plate. It really is. But you want to make sure you're taking your time. You're learning what your body wants, you know, what brings your body to its peak levels, you know. Don't put anything in your body that you know, or that you've eaten it once before and you know that this thing causes you to, you know, be heavy, or not. I mean, not body heavy, but like feel heavy. You know? So,
like, I know the only meat I usually eat is from a farmer's market. I can't go to a grocery store and eat their meat because I can taste the difference, tell the difference, versus the more.
Yeah, bougie taste buds.
Come on now. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you know what? I went there and I was like, let me try the farmer's market stuff.
Yeah.
And then I went back and got some chicken from a grocery store, and I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting. Yeah. But I didn't know the difference until the difference was there. And it's like, my grandparents, you know, I grew up, when we went down there for the summer, they grew their own cantaloupes, their own watermelon, their own strawberries, their own okra, a lot of their own stuff. And there are times where if we wanted to kill a chicken out back, we did that. And you can taste the difference. I'm sorry, seedless fruit is not organically. I mean, I'm just saying, help me if I'm wrong here. It is so hard to find an actual fruit that has seeds in it still now. I mean, for me, it's difficult. I just, you know.
No, you're right.
How do you get a seedless watermelon?
You continue to grow and manipulate it until the seed is grown out of it. Like as they like there's a way to, like, I don't know how they do it, but like cutting the cells and whatever, like to keep growing it until you don't really, the same way that they've done with bananas. Bananas used to have seeds in them. You know, there's grapes that don't have seeds because they, you know, what is it? Like you weed it out. You weed it out of the growth pattern. You know?
It's far from. I think even with seafood, they're saying that some people say that have an allergy to seafood. If you actually got the seafood fresh from the water and cooked it yourself, you probably wouldn't have the same reaction as the seafood you buy from the store, because it got all the iodine and all the stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
If you caught it fresh,
some things they like plump into, you know, to make the color, you know, for some, you know, I've seen things like with like different salmon, like they will like pump a color into it to make it that reddish color, because some salmon isn't. Yeah. That's why I said you got to do your research.
I said it's amazing to me, like how much they do into how many different things.
It's frustrating because it's like, why are you playing with food? But you know, like why are you playing with the one thing that people need most? You know. But I don't know. Well, yeah, that and control, because you can control. If you can control the food, you can control the people.
Yep.
You know.
Anytime they ask they pay farmers to not produce as much crops, then you know it's all about that. I mean, like really, we have enough farmers and land to grow enough food, healthy food, but they don't want it. They don't want it to be that way.
And you get taxed more or something like that if you have organic. There's basically if you have an organic farm, it's like harder for you. You know. So yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely it's horrendous. I was trying to find a proper word for that. How we can have homeless people. We'd have a lot of food for homeless if we let these people farm and do what they need to do in a healthy way. But again, if your premise is, because they keep saying we have the population versus food ratio there's a disparity. We got more people than we have food. Well, if you would start paying people to produce healthy food, then we'd have enough.
See, with that too, you also have to think about food waste. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if we sit here and go, oh, we have more people than we have food, that, you know, how much food do you have in your cabinet right now? You know, how much food goes bad in your cabinet? You know, if there was a, not saying that we should have like a rationing system, but like, you know how you have those big budget, like those couponers and stuff like that, that get like, 1,200 rolls of corn or whatever, corn cans and everything like that. And it's like, if we had a system where we spread that out equally, people would be fine. We would all be fine, you know, but it doesn't happen that way. And you think about how much food we throw away in this country. And at the end of the night at different restaurants, how they'll put food in bins before they go out and like ship it to people or go in the street and hand it out. You know, they'll throw it out like, and that really upsets me because it's like that's perfectly good food, but because nobody's paying for it, you won't allow people to get it, you know?
Yeah.
Wow. So we're going to take you grocery shopping with us next time. I'm sitting there thinking about going to Trader Joe's. Like, what can I go get from there? That's where I usually get a lot of my produce from.
Go to Mom's. I love that place.
People keep telling me about that, but I haven't gone yet.
Mom's. Like, it's like an indoor farmer's market.
Where's that at?
It's in Sherry Hill, right?
Yeah, it's excellent.
My brother hit me up about it last week, and I never heard of it. So I've been planning on going there.
Yeah, I love that place.
All right, I'm going to go there and check it out. Now you got me wanting some greens.
That's because you're a country boy. That's why.
You know, I am. Well, especially after you chastise me about the hot dog. That's the French fries.
No, you're fine. Listen, if today was your cheat day for your French fries, have your cheat day.
Well, it wasn't a cheat day for French fries. It was just they were there.
Well, listen, balance. Life's about balance. And that's the thing, too. You don't want to sit there and, like, be, like, super, super, like, rigid. You know what I mean? Like, allow yourself to live, but also, like, maintain what you're doing. You know? Find that middle ground. You don't have to be all the way, like, pendulum all the way to the left. Like, allow yourself some grace to, you know, I'm going to eat well. I'm going to do what I have to do. But I might have a bag of chips. Don't sit there and eat a family-sized bag. You know what I mean? Get yourself a little portion-controlled bag or something like that. Like, there's ways to do it. There's ways to still live and enjoy food and enjoy your, like, what you want to eat without being so rigid and so stiff and feeling like you can't do anything. And I think that, like, when you feel like you can't do anything, or you feel like think about when all of us we can't go outside. That made us want to go outside more. So if you feel like you can't eat something, that's going to make you want to eat that thing more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Because I think next time we want to talk about, I've been doing some research on how plastic is messing with men's testosterone and women's estrogen.
Oh, wow.
So
like the plastic in foods?
Plastic in foods and drinking bottled water from plastic bottles are
because
actually
the little fragments can get into the water.
they're doing damage to estrogen and testosterone in people. It acts as an estrogen for the man, and either does something to woman's estrogen. I can't remember what it is. So even drinking water out of a plastic bottle isn't. I'm like, geez.
Yeah.
It makes you think. It makes you think.
There's this random, but there's this movie called The Lorax. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yes, of course. Got kids.
Oh, okay. Have you seen it, Maya?
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Okay.
Which is a surprise, right?
But in the movie, they started to sell air.
It wasn't about two people falling in love. That's why. It wasn't a Princess Prince story.
The way he throws shade is so crazy.
I know, right? You watch one day. One day you're gonna get back.
But no, this movie is about, they start selling air.
Yep.
Because they cut down all the trees and people, obviously need air to survive, need oxygen. And I think that because it wasn't until like the 70s or something that bottled water started to really become a thing. You know what I mean? And so now out of nowhere, like you have all of these brands of bottled, but that wasn't ever a thing before. But you think about it, you can't really have tap water now because they put all this lead and all this stuff in. Like it's all a system. You know what I mean? You mess up the natural sources of water so that you have no choice but to buy these bottled water to have a healthy form of water. But that water is also not healthy because it's purified water that's still essentially just tap water. So it's like it's just this loop of a system that we just I don't know. I start rambling when I start sounding like a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
But
they're in cahoots with the medical industry because food makes us sick.
Listen,
and
my
we need
brother,
medication. We need medication.
I'm not a hotel. I'm sorry.
Right. We need medication. Yeah, and all that stuff.
It's true. Like that part is true. Like, we didn't have these, like, we didn't have water bottles not that long ago. Right? Like when you were a kid, you didn't have water bottles, Pastor Nick, right? Yeah. So yeah.
All we had was hugs. That was in the plastic. That's it. You drank the hugs and the rest of it, you got water from your tap or outside.
Right. And you drinking water out of hoses and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You
can't do that now.
So now I'm looking into just drinking water out of the glass bottles, or just getting a refrigerator that has the water that comes out of it.
Or using those reusable bottles.
Okay.
Like the stainless steel type things, like the Hydro Flasks and stuff like that. Those guys.
Reverse osmosis things too, and all that. Like
the Brita, like you can do like the Brita filter. They have like water like glasses that you can refill that have the little filters inside. And there's also like charcoal sticks that you can get and put into your water, and that'll filter out your water for you.
Sugar plus water equal hugs. Them hugs was hitting back in the day when we was kids.
The hugs were good.
You're forgetting the food coloring.
The purple ones.
Yeah, see? That's exactly it.
Them hugs would hit good when you was outside playing, man.
Sugar, water, and food coloring. That's what that is.
You see how Maya lit up? We was talking about healthy food. She was flying. As soon as we got the sugar and juice, she was like, yes.
Hot dogs and hugs for Maya.
Right.
Okay. Yes. I thought you were on my side.
Yo, good job, Des. If you want to date Maya, hot dogs and hugs. They are perfect. Bring her a hot dog that's burnt with a hug. She'd be happy.
Wait, why is that a date for her? No, I rebuke that. We're not doing that to Maya.
A purple hug and a hot dog.
Thank you.
Perfectly fine.
What we're not going to do. What we're not going to do to
She
Maya.
She will be the happiest camper. And bring some candy corn and some Peeps, man. You are in there.
I will take those, yes.
You are in there. All right, we got to let Desiree go. She got to do some
I just want to say, because I saw some people in the comments asking about Des and her yoga. They say that they want to see more yoga. So we do have something that's called Fit Friday once a month. And Des is one of our fitness instructors, but she'll come in and do a yoga with us. But she also has her own. Go away, Mom. She also has. I'm trying to be serious.
Oh no.
Des also has her own yoga practice. So Des, tell a little bit more about that and how people can connect with you.
So I have a yoga and wellness online space, virtual space called Coco Hughes Yoga and Wellness. I can put can you put the website in? Because I can't do it right now. Because I'm on my cell phone.
Say it and I'll type it.
Okay, cocohugheswellness.squarespace.com. And you can book a session with me. I do teach classes throughout the week. I am teaching in the park soon. I teach in Philly, so in Germantown. I teach every Saturday at 9 a.m. And I'm going to start teaching some classes over here in Jersey as well on Saturdays too. So
cool, and
that
virtual
will be,
and everything too, right?
Yeah, virtual and like live in the park. So
cool.
Yeah.
We gotta have you back again, Des, because I feel like we're scratching the surface because people were having some other thoughts and bringing some other topics up.
Are there any other questions? I mean, I have like 5 more minutes.
No, we don't want to mess you up. We'll save for next time.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would love to come back. This is fun.
This is fun. Maybe next week we'll do a part 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then you give you enough time to.
See,
oh gosh,
he's such a hater. Yeah, I send blessings to you, my brother, because you just gonna keep hating.
I feel it in Jesus' name. Hallelujah. Glory, glory, glory. All right, y'all. We gotta go, y'all. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.